Raya.
That's a
where
really
she
good
sits.
idea. Yeah.
I'm going to tape a spot for the open mic so we know where to stand. Because I do agree, I think the front of the stage is better. And then I'll take the spot where she can put it right in the middle of the rows. And I'm going to take off like the staging area.
Thank you. I was forced to take this class. It's nothing but a prerequisite. I'm on to bigger, better endeavors. I'm a journalistic writer. A know-it-all, they say. But you're only as good as the people you surround yourself with. I'm surrounded by idiots. Does this make me one too? I've got 99 problems and a race ain't one. The rapper said it best. There's no such thing as racism. And as for Black Lives Matter, he's disconnected. He's rich like me, black like me, and doesn't care like me. So why should I feel obligated to cry? Will it get me extra credit if white people dry my eyes? I've got bigger fish to fry. Something easier to digest than this nonsense. I wasn't raised in the hood. I don't sag my pants. I grew up on my grandfather's farm and he was a hardworking man. I got everything I paid for. I never complained about a silly concept called race. Just because they paved the way doesn't mean I have to be enslaved. Come on, guys. You cry too much in this classroom. You make everything about you. But this isn't about you. This is not about race. Yet you think I'm the bad guy. You're jealous of my cosmopolitan flair, since I refuse to get cornrows in my hair. You say I'm not here to learn, but I know way more than all of you put together, including every man. Should take a few notes. I'm going to teach you a lesson. I'm a high-value man. I don't eat green eggs and ham, and I won't stoop to your level of stupidity. You end up in dark places because you put yourself there. You dug that hole. Now get yourself out.
Nice! Woo! You're natural. You're natural at that. Okay.
Right. I felt really good about my character. I think what's really cool about Tyler is he can be played by literally anyone, and it could mean 50 different things depending on who's in the role. I think what's really cool is Tyler at first was thought to be played as a white man, and that would just have been blatant like racism. But since I was played by a black man, there's more underneath. There's anti-blackness involved in oneself, whether that's upbringing, whether that's bullying happening. Something happened in order for him to be that way, whether he was raised that way. So I think it was cool that I was able to bring that taste into my character. Say if there was somebody else that played like a white character, then they would play it in maybe my parents raised me that way or something like that, you know what I mean? So I just think there's so many ways you can go with Tyler depending on who plays him. That's why I loved taking part in it, and I think something else that is very interesting is how he seems to be unapologetic about it. He's so outward with it, as if he's trying to get himself to feel that he's right. And I feel like deep down he knows he's not right. But the louder you say, a lot of times, the louder they are, they think they're right. You know what I mean?
Yes, exactly.
So I feel like that's the same kind of thing with Tyler. And I absolutely love how, I don't love him, but I love how he goes with the show. I just think it's really important.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for your input on this. I was really excited to just hear what you had to say. And thank you. I really enjoy hearing from you.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
you were awesome.
Thank you so much.
The rest of you are prepared.
I don't know. Was that the assignment? Seriously, trying to make the rest of us look bad.
That's enough. Tyler, apologize.
Nah, I'm good.
Oh, dear God, give me strength.
You inspire. Thank you. Really? Well, that's what you've always done for me.
Okay, great work today. Oh, hang on. Before you go, don't forget to hand in your presentation comment cards.
Students, go out of the classroom.
Tyler, we need to talk.
Teach!
It's Prof. What?
Well, Rob, in all the year and a half I've been working with you, I don't think I've ever seen you pick up your coffee this late. Let alone get to campus less than 10 hours before your class starts.
Yeah, well, I was stuck in a meeting with administration and...
Spread the springs. You know what, Tom? You're the stage hand. I'm going to have you go and help her with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's mostly because we just had this big thing and having more fun.
Oh, snap!
It just gives the audience something interesting to look at, really. This two of you interacting rather than like one setting up. I just need it interesting for the audience. Sorry, Prof. You look upset.
It's nothing. Yeah, sorry I missed your poetry the other night, but I had a student who was fired up about it, so you clearly did something right.
At number 2, when I say they move in a slow, graceful, interpretive dance, can you go back and do the chant?
Oh, okay.
Yes, during that time. And you can keep doing it because I have 3. The sound of shots fired is played on the drum.
Do you want us to still be moving?
And it says both girls dance and freeze. So maybe freeze, and then maybe do part of it and then freeze,
Okay.
and then freeze. And
Did
then
it work that I added?
I was late when it was sudden silence. So, because you do a thing where you stop, and I was supposed to say 4 sudden silence, then complete freeze. Pastor Tony approaches Martilla and kneels to comfort her. A light drum march plays as Pastor Tony goes to the blankets, kneels over in prayer. And then you guys completely freeze until it's time to stand up. What were you going to say? Sorry.
When I was doing the graceful movement part and you were like dance and freeze, I was freezing along with you. Does that work?
Whatever you did works. I was just late on 2 parts, like when it was sudden silence. And then I was late when it said, the part before when it's, oh no. I wasn't late when you stood up, was I? I might have been. So I go off of you when you stand up, I say to adult, I understand, and then I was late on the sudden silence. I didn't talk them my name around and let the beat box, but nada. Robots. From what I've seen, it's you who fires them up.
Hey!
Perfect timing!
No, we're just glad you're safe.
Yes! I was like, I bet she's gonna walk in right at the perfect time. How are you? Okay. Say what?
Maybe a bit too much.
Don't be modest. I love that you're unconventional. It's exactly what kids need today.
Unconventional. Is that what the kids are calling me?
No, that's what I'm calling you. Why, what's up? Pastor Tony stands at the podium. He is frozen mid-sermon as light. And your expression tells me there's more to it. Come on. Spill.
Apparently, Dean Madison has gotten complaints that my class content, and not just the lectures, but also the source material I suggest for presentations, is too woke for some students.
When we succumb to anger, to judgment of those different from us, we are not communicating Christ's radical love.
I sound like Ed, Ed, and Eddie right now.
Ed. Me too. As good as I can be. Let's see if I got it.
Let's see if you got it. Wow.
Should we be doing anything when we're not walking?
You can just stand in place, and then when I call your name, you'll come up to right about where this line ends, this white line ends. So I'm gonna just hold my hand out, but you'll see right where this line ends. I'm gonna just get your face in the camera view, and then you'll turn around back to your spot, and yeah, so just listen for me calling your name.
We're looking into the camera.
Yes. Like just with a serious, solemn face. Okay. Yes.
We definitely gonna need somebody else in the camera because Naya's not in any of these videos.
Oh, that's okay.
Says you. To be honest,
Can we get into the circle camera?
That's what you get.
Ooh.
Sit down.
Wow. What are we doing?
Hi. You have games on your phone?
Oh my god.
All right, let's go.
I want to see your face.
Yeah, where's
Hey, beautiful. Yes.
Let us reflect on a man who reached out with love, even as he was persecuted, even as he breathed his last breath. I am speaking, of course, of Elijah McClain, a young black man killed in Aurora, Colorado. Elijah was stopped by police because he looked different, and he was different. A self-taught violinist, he volunteered at an animal shelter, playing his music to soothe the frightened strays.
The way that we treat people based on the color of their skin is a social construct.
Oh.
Not your last one.
We've got to put him on the spot. Just because he's Tyler. Just because he's Tyler, we have to put him on the spot.
Let's see.
Travis, Naya, and then back to me.
And if anybody just wants to talk about
And I'll give it to you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
I mean, it is a construct. We as humans just want to know everything, and if we don't know it, then we're gonna make something up and make it something. So whether that's for better or for worse, sometimes it's a good thing to know what you're dealing with, and other times it's not necessary and not needed. And I think as time goes on, we make more labels for more things to differentiate us from what is dangerous, which I think just confuses everyone even more. I think it's a nonstop snowball. I don't know if there's a way to stop it now at this point, but knowing who you are is the most important thing, and knowing where you come from is important, but not just where you come from, like where your roots are. Who are those people around you, and how did they make you? You know what I mean? Of course, there are ways like they say Black people tend to have bigger noses. Of course, those are things, but there are also times when that's not the case. There are also times when you'll be standing next to a white person, they got the biggest nose in the world. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So,
Yes.
I mean, someone's always gonna find a way to say something.
And I thought it was interesting, the conversation that Kat and I had today from an audience member who brought up a really good point, like about something that if I was in the audience, I probably would have had this initial reaction that, like, why is the angel a white person? And I would have that initial reaction too, because of just my sort of like, I guess judgments or fears or, just things I don't like about religion, putting everything as like the white God, the white Jesus, the white this, the white that, the white purity.
Right, Jesus.
But what I also love about our conversation is understanding that in a different context, I would be that person saying, why is that angel white? But knowing Kat and knowing why I brought her in and had her do that, on top of the theme of it being the angel, she has a very angelic essence. She moves in space very gracefully. She gives off an angelic vibe. So she fits the part. And so the conversation we were having about got a little bit deeper about just affirmative action, because I'm a big proponent of affirmative action. I do think you have to have representation, but I don't think at all costs. I think it's not just to fulfill a number, it's about overall diversity. But if there's someone who it fits the job better, it is colorblind. And I was saying to her, this is an area where I was really colorblind. I wasn't thinking about that sort of like overview poster. I was thinking about why she fits the role so well from what I know about her, the skill that she was going to bring with the sign language, and her being such a good person and a good friend and a creative talent. But then on top of it, when she was sharing her backstory about living in Bridgeport, living in Danbury, volunteering for the NAACP, all of these like incredible like adversities that she faced in walking in the world of Black people or Black community, she was more fitting in a lot of ways than I would say like my ethnic brother or my ethnic sister. So having someone just play the part just because they're ethnic wouldn't have fit the nuances of what the character needed to demonstrate what we're talking about. And it brings us back to this whole reason why I really love that we have white people here, and that Steve is the representation of educating on this, and that he's a white person. And I think that this is why it's an American thing.
I am a white person.
Right, but I think that this it's highlighting
What?
that.
I have no clue. What?
I just think it's the coolest thing that Steve is a white person. Go Whitey! Hey, go Whitey! Hey, go Whitey! Hey, go Whitey! I'm saying that in Waterbury. Am I gonna get shot? Like I said, I'm gonna go inside.
This is not the area. This is not the spot.
Even though I'm black, I can't get away with it.
I had like some thoughts early on when we started developing it. The fact that the pastor is white, the pastor's wife, I really felt, when we wrote it, like the pastor's wife should be white because it doesn't like skew that he's only doing this work because the woman that he loves is a Black woman. He's doing the work, not out of that level of personal involvement, although his involvement is personal. I also then was concerned, okay, now the professor is white too, and so the two people like trying to do this work are the white people. But then it evolved because we were able to really write that struggle into the script, and the professor and the pastor both recognize their whiteness and their otherness from these issues that they're trying to tackle, and Bev too, so I think it enabled us to develop the script in a really interesting way.
Can I add?
Also mentions,
My bad. Go ahead, I can hold it.
You mentioned in the script that you're using your privilege for good,
Uh-huh.
and that's what more white people should be doing.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, I will. 2020. I was out there.
In the script,
In reality, it's the
using
white
his white privilege.
of our history and our, our
Unfortunately.
popular culture and what really gets done on the big stage. So it is sort of representative of how we get information.
I wanted to say that the priest and the priest's wife or pastor are not the only ones doing the work, but you're in the classroom doing the work.
Yeah.
You are also doing
Yes,
the work.
that's
And
true.
you are living this life
Yep.
and dying this life, and that is also
Yes.
the work. What I love about this is that it's so accessible because we're all together talking about what's happening now based on what was given to us, in the fact that we're allies and learning how to be allies, and the audience can see, oh, I didn't know that happened. Oh, look how they're actually talking to each other. It's not scary. And the whole my head is full of conversation with people who came last night talking to me about everything. I don't know if you experienced that, but so there's just so much more room for discussion because of the way this is like this. I don't think I should do this because I'm not Black, and I think that the fact that Black and white and gray and whatever colors we are all together is what's making it work.
It goes back to what you were saying about how this is not just a white or Black thing, it's a human thing.
It's a barrier.
At
Here
some
you
point
said,
they
what did you
probably
say?
knew that date. Yeah, Amber, what did you just
is
say?
Elijah McClain's anniversary of death.
Really?
Wow.
Thursday was Emmett?
Emmett and now Elijah.
There's a day for everyone.
Well, the fact that we were supposed to do that, no, right? But we were going to do this in July. I think it's kind of awesome that it ended up being end of August.
Make note
Yes.
of that. Are you
I'm
writing
gonna
it
say
down right now?
I'm going to say it in my...
Awesome. And can you also add that Thursday our rehearsal was on Emmett Till's
Yeah.
Sure.
lynching
Yeah.
day?
And then I'll have them say their names.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a line where I think it's Tyler is like, or somebody is like, oh, did Emmett Till even whistle? Y'all do know that the woman came out and recanted.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, and
But there's even
that
controversy about that.
that
But-
town, I think it was in Chicago. It was like a black community that was absolutely decimated and basically burned to the ground because a white woman accused a young black man of touching her in an elevator or something like that.
So
I
what
can't
exactly
remember.
did the white woman do to, like, when in the Emmett Till interaction? What did she do?
She accused Emmett Till of whistling at her.
But like, what was the real thing that?
He did nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he was like, what, a 13-year-old kid?
Going to the store
Well, no,
for
he
like
did
his
whistle
auntie.
because his cousin said that he whistled, and that's why they knew that he was in big trouble, and they thought it was going to come down on him right away. But the husband was away, so it was 3 days later that they kidnapped him. They thought they were in the clear, so they didn't tell, the dad. So he said he did whistle, but on the stand she said he grabbed her and asked her on a date. All that was a made-up lie. But the cousin who was there said he did whistle because that they knew they were in like big shit, But Emmett didn't. He didn't think it was a
Yeah,
big
he
deal.
was from the North. He didn't know racial politics in the South like that. Yeah.
And then also, it's even more just mind-blowing that, we were talking about how there were actually like black people siding with the killers of Emmett Till, and it's kind of like that, you're willing to do anything just to like go side with the oppressor just to save yourself.
I think no matter what you do, no matter how you say it, someone is always going to have pushback, no matter who it is, when it is. You could post the most positive, you could say the most positive thing, and someone's going to have something negative to say about it. Or someone's going to be like, why are we saying this now? Or like, it's cringy, or this, that, and the third. No matter what you do, there's pushback somewhere. And I think you just have to learn to know what you know and walk with what you know. If you're wrong, you're wrong. You can
Just say it.
just say you're wrong.
Just say it.
You can say
Right.
you're wrong and move on, but keep walking in what you believe, because so many people are going to try and be like, that don't work.
It is so much better to just own up to your mistakes and say that you are sorry.
Yep.
Learn from it. Continue to do better.
Do better.
And then don't do it again. Like it is so much more courageous and brave to actually own up to what you did instead of try and sweep it under the rug.
Yeah.
It's like when people use pronouns, like if someone uses they them pronouns and someone forgets and they use she by accident, you just say sorry, they, and carry on.
Bestie.
We'll have to work on that. So let's hear it. What have you got so far?
A bunch of Bible verses and no clue what to do with them. Well, they weren't exactly sold on last week's poem.
That's not quite true. Didn't Naya Maria specifically thank you for sharing it?
I wish we had a dozen Nayas. That young woman is going places.
She sits, wraps her blanket around herself over and over. She speaks directly to the audience.
Don't you like my blanket? I love it. I've never been to Disneyland, and I really want to go there. Grandma says he would take me one day. Maybe one day soon. I want to see the real Cinderella so bad. She is so beautiful. I love that crown she wears, with her yellow hair all piled up in it. I would love, love, love to have a crown like that. I want to look like her. I told my grandma that. She said I'm fine just the way I am. Grandmas always say stuff like that. I wonder if she knows how important it is to be beautiful in every way. I sleep on this sofa at my grandma's house. This blanket makes me dream, and it keeps me warm, a little. house is always cold. I hate to be cold. But when I dream, I am happy. It's always warm in my dreams. Grandma tries so hard, and I love her, but I wish she would put on the heat. She just keeps on saying not.
Those who don't do teach, it was thought wrong but blossom. You do and must teach silly stupid, or else silly stupid runs the show, mo. To go flow my own soul out to the one fool who gets it. So no more mediocre when truth arises out your lips. Kiss silky stick of orange.
Add stuff to it.
Okay.
So I'll send it out again.
Okay.
And anybody can add music.
Cool. Cool.
Yes.
It's an open playlist, so I'll send it to you guys again because anyone can add stuff to it.
Well, Jenna did, so I should have followed her.
Got more actual pain.
I'm doing it right now.
Okay, I know. We'll wait a little while. We'll wait until our next show, which is I don't know when.
Drop that.
Model and Trev might be a model too, and I wanted to say Kat is on the catwalk, but I couldn't.
Yeah, you making that face on the way back made me laugh so hard. I was like, why would she be that? I know. You cracked a little smile. First. What? Show. What? First. Show. Hey. First. Show. It's the first show. First. Show. First show. First show. What? First show.